Welcome back to my KEEPUP channel. Family of Utah man Craig Robertson killed by the FBI release statement following his death. The family of Craig Robertson, who was killed by FBI agents on his doorstep after making violent threats against President Joe Biden on Facebook, called his death senseless in a heartbreaking new statement. In the statement, Robertson is referred to as a church-going father and brother who made children's toys as a hobby using his woodworking skills. The Craig Robertson we knew was a kind and generous person who was always willing to assist another in need, even when advanced age, limited mobility, and other physical challenges made it more difficult and painful for him to do so, the release read in part. Robertson, 75, was killed by the FBI on his doorstep in Provo, an hour from Salt Lake City, on Wednesday. His family called his social media activities intemperate but said that he would never commit any act of violence against another human being over a political or philosophical disagreement. That sentiment was echoed by neighbor Andrew Maunder, who told the Salt Lake Tribune that Robertson definitely had his political views, which he was very public about on Facebook. But I think deep down, he was just a cranky old guy who was harmless. Another neighbor, Connor Bunch, said that their neighborhood was shocked by the tragedy and called Robertson as Teddy Bear in an interview with the New York Post. I don't think he was even given a chance to even see a warrant when they went in and raided house, Bunch added. As an elderly and largely homebound man, there was very little he could do but exercise his First Amendment right to free speech and voice his protest in what has become the public square of our age, the internet and social media, his family also said in their statement. Speaking about his patriotism, Robertson's family said that he loved this country with all his heart. The family concluded by saying that they hold no personal animosity towards the agents involved in the raid and asked for privacy as they grieve. Robertson had one previous criminal conviction, pleading no contest to disorderly conduct and paying a $100 fine in 2007. Video shared on social media showed neighbors peering out from behind curtains and fearfully watching the dawn raid. The FBI attempted to serve arrest and search warrants at Robertson's house at 6:15 a.m. but were met with resistance. Sources told AP that Robertson, who had a large arsenal in his home, was armed when they arrived. Agents in protective clothing can be seen advancing on his door and heard yelling at him. One then flings what seems to be a smoke bomb, which explodes near the front door. The actual shooting is unclear, but photos from the scene show Robertson lying on his back, dead on the sidewalk in front of his house. The FBI takes all shooting incidents involving our agents or task force members seriously, the agency said in a statement. In accordance with FBI policy, the shooting incident is under review by the FBI's Inspection Division. As this is an ongoing matter, we have no further details to provide. The FBI began investigating Robertson in April, and the Secret Service was informed in June. For months, Robertson had posted daily threats on what is believed to be his Facebook page, revealing his obsession with the president and fantasies about hurting him. One post reads, "There is only one creature in this universe I hate more than Joe Biden. It's Lucifer, Biden's brother." While conducting surveillance on Robertson's home on March 19, a special agent attempted to speak with Robertson about his posts, according to Fox 13. Robertson replied, "I said it was a dream." He told the agent to come back with a warrant. Robertson, who had a custom woodworking business, worked for 45 years as a structural steel and welding inspector before retiring and starting his own company. His posts grew increasingly violent and threatening, and singled out Kamala Harris, Californian Governor Gavin Newsom and Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg in addition to Biden. In March, Robertson threatened to kill Bragg, who was overseeing the criminal investigation into former President Donald Trump. "I'll be waiting in the courthouse parking garage with my suppressed Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm to smoke a radical fool prosecutor that should never have been elected," he posted at the time. Bye, to another corrupt bee. The majority of his social media posts revolved around the president or his son Hunter, and many included violent and highly specific physical threats. In my dream I see Joe Biden's body in a dark corner of a DC parking garage with his head severed and lying in a huge puddle of blood. Hurrah, he wrote. As Biden's planned visit to Utah drew closer, Robertson increased his specific threats. On Monday, Robertson allegedly wrote, "I hear Biden is coming to Utah. Digging out my whole ghillie suit and cleaning the dust off the M24 sniper rifle. Welcome Bafun-in-Chief," he concluded the post, which was written in bold black letters on a pink and purple swirly background. He then wrote, "Hey FBI, you still monitoring my social media? Checking so I can be sure to have a loaded gun handy in case you drop by again." On Tuesday his Facebook posts included bloodthirsty content about how he'd brutally murder the commander-in-chief. He also shared numerous pictures of the heavy-duty weapons he had stacked in a huge gun cache in his house, including sniper rifles and AR-15 style guns. Later that day, an arrest warrant was unsealed ahead of Biden's arrival on Wednesday in the state. Court documents show Robertson, who is a self-described MAGA Trumper, threatened to inflict bodily harm on Biden during his visit to Utah. He was charged with interstate threats, threats against the president, and influencing, and impeding and retaliating against federal law enforcement officers by threat. The FBI raided his home in the early hours of Wednesday morning, just hours before Biden was due in the city for a series of speeches and visits. An FBI official said the raid was in connection with an investigation into threats against Biden and other political figures in previous weeks. The threats involved plans to take physical action, and the FBI deemed them credible. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.